President Trump is under fire for calling COVID-19 a, quote, Chinese virus. But the Chinese government is showing no remorse. Instead, China is trying to turn a public relations nightmare into a propaganda victory and is hoping to use the crisis to gain an economic advantage over the U.S. It's a remarkable thing. Dale Hurd has that story.
After badly bungling and then covering up its handling of the coronavirus outbreak, China is now in full spin control mode, blaming the United States and trying to take advantage of the global epidemic. At his press briefing Wednesday, the president again called coronavirus the Chinese virus.
I would like to begin by announcing some important developments in our war against the Chinese virus.
China knew about the existence of coronavirus as early as last November, but the communist regime stopped Chinese labs from testing for it and even threatened healthcare workers like the late Dr. Li Wenliang, who tried to warn the outside world and later died from the virus. By January, the Chinese government was still saying that the risk of transmission was low. The government was arresting citizens who tried to sound the alarm. Then, with the coronavirus outbreak in full swing, Chinese officials allowed a Lunar New Year banquet in Wuhan province, the epicenter of the pandemic, with tens of thousands of people sharing food dishes. Then let millions travel out of Wuhan and China, spreading the disease across the world. There was no quarantine in Wuhan until 1 week before February.
The Chinese are directly responsible for both having precipitated this, for having taken actions that have made it worse, and now for lying about the fact that it was anybody other than them that was responsible.
Beijing is now trying to rewrite the narrative of how coronavirus started. China's foreign ministry spokesman suggested in a tweet that visiting American soldiers brought the coronavirus to China. And a new report says China intends to profit from the chaos it has sown into the world economy. Nate Pekarsik of Horizon Advisory says a post-virus economic strategy by Chinese leaders is already underway.
There are thinkers in China who see this as an opportunity, and having gone through this crisis already, they're thinking about where there are opportunities and where they can apply their state-backed non-market forces to get an unfair advantage vis-a-vis global competitors.
With Western economies still in free fall, the Horizon report says Chinese leaders see a chance to replace the U.S. as the top economic power and control the world economy. And in the blame game, China has doubled down, kicking out American journalists. And a Chinese tycoon who a few days ago called President Xi a clown for making the coronavirus a pandemic through his ineptitude has disappeared. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
喷涌而出。